So here we are back with the 8 ball, and we're going to take a more of a look at nodes. I'm just going to zoom out, control and scroll wheel. I'm going to start talking a bit more quickly now because you guys should be sort of getting the idea if you've done the previous tutorials. I'm going to group that. We know about grouping. So under the object menu we've got group and ungroup, and of course we use the shortcut keys. So I'm just going to go Control G to group that, pop it up there. It can sit down there for a wee while, and I'll scale it down so it's just out the way a bit, because we're going to take a little bit more of a look at nodes and what they do. In the last tutorial we talked about how you can alter shapes and how each of these individual shapes are made up by nodes. So I'm just going to make a couple of these. For some reason they're yellow right now, that's all good. So we've got that. I'll make a square, and strangely that went blue. It's interesting. And then we'll go for a circle as well. So we've got all these, and it's doing randomly different colors, which is fine. But like I said, the node tool allows us to alter these points, and like we did in the last tutorial, when these are just a sort of native shape, they don't give you very many options. You have to go up to path, object to path. Okay, so we'll do that, and I'll show you some more stuff. But before I do, if I go onto the to the star tool, and that's the star tool there, that's how I made that one. If you look up here, you can notice that there's a whole bunch of different little settings in here. Just so as you know, some of these can be pretty cool. So corners represents how many corners are on it. So I'm just going to bang that up. So that's nice and easy. Spoke ratio does something slightly different. That's how sort of that works. I couldn't tell you specifically what it means, but that's what it does. And then rounded, this is quite interesting. So if I turn this into rounded, you can get sort of blobby looking things as well. So some quite interesting bits and pieces that you can do there. And you can just take them back and forth like that. So really quite interesting. Now one other cool thing is that up here you can see this little paintbrush here. If you click that, that will revert it back to normal. Okay, so there we go. So just to recap, we can click and go like that. You can change the ratio of these bits and pieces, and I'll just make it a bit thinner like that, and then you can round them off so that it looks like a bit of a splodge or something, and that's to reset it. Okay, so that's that shape there. What I'm going to do now is go back up to here like I did last time and go path, object to path. Okay, and now if I go to my node tool, I've got access to all of these nodes, and I can do what I want with it, and I've got access to all the handles that make up the nodes. Okay, so very, very interesting and useful, and it means that you can do quite a lot more stuff with these basic shapes. Okay, so there's a lot of information in here, and a lot that you can play with just right now. Okay, so I'll just carry on with that. I'll click off this one, back to my normal selection tool, select that one. Now on the square tool, I have to be actually on the square tool for this. You'll note that you can put radiuses in here as well. So if I click this, you can see that it's allowing me to put the radius in like I did with the node tool. The only difference is when you're on the rectangle tool, you can come back to this and that will reset it to sharp points. Okay, so just showing you that with the node tool. If I get the node tool, it gives you access to that. Okay, now if you have a radius edged rectangle, then go path, object to path. That gives you access to the points. Okay, so again, once again, you get access to the points. So very, very useful stuff. Okay, I won't bother with the circle. That's probably all you need to know right now. In a moment, we'll come back. We'll leave it at that. You can have a wee practice with these things, and we'll come back and we'll do some more with nodes. Nodes are going to be really important. We'll have a big focus on them.